For more than 2 decades, Consuelos and Kelly Ripa have been celebrated as one of television's most beloved couples. The pair who somehow balanced fame, family, and a seemingly unshakable bond. They weren't just husband and wife, they were partners in every sense of the word. On screen, at home, and through life's unpredictable journey. But behind their effortless chemistry and radiant smiles, something much deeper and more fragile has recently come to light, and it's left fans both heartbroken and inspired. In recent months, whispers began circulating about Mark's health. At first, few paid attention. The actor, known for his vibrant energy and athletic frame, had always seemed indestructible. But those close to him say subtle changes began to appear: weight loss, fatigue, and moments of uncharacteristic stillness. Kelly, who co-hosts Live with Kelly and Mark, reportedly noticed before anyone else. The woman who has spent more than half her life beside him could see what others missed, a quiet battle that her husband was fighting behind the scenes. As the weeks went on, Mark's absence from a few planned appearances raised more questions. Fans began to speculate, some assuming he was simply overworked, others fearing something more serious. But it wasn't until a particularly emotional moment on Live that the public began to sense just how heavy things had become. It happened on what began as an ordinary morning. Kelly, radiant as always, opened the show with her usual charm. But as she spoke about cherishing the people you love, her voice suddenly cracked. Her usual poise faltered, her eyes welled with tears, and for a brief moment the mask slipped. She paused, took a deep breath, and simply said, "Sometimes you just have to be grateful that the people you love are still here." That was all it took. The audience fell silent. Though she quickly composed herself, the emotion in her tone told a story words never could. Those who know Kelly say that moment wasn't scripted. It came from a place of genuine worry and deep love. Behind the cameras, insiders say Mark has been facing a serious but private health battle. While no official diagnosis has been confirmed, reports suggest he's been dealing with an ongoing medical issue that has required careful monitoring and treatment. Sources close to the family describe Kelly as unwavering, a pillar of strength who refuses to let despair win. She's reportedly rearranged her entire schedule, often rushing home immediately after tapings to be by Mark's side. Those close to her say she's been quieter than usual, focused on family and self-care, all while trying to keep things light for their children. One insider shared, "Kelly's strong for everyone else, but when she's alone, that's when the tears come. She's terrified, but she's trying to believe he'll be okay." Mark, for his part, has remained determined to keep his struggles private. Known for his stoic discipline and quiet resilience, he's continued to show up when he can, often with that familiar smile that hides more than it reveals. In one recent interview, Mark spoke briefly about taking things one day at a time and not taking health for granted. Fans immediately noticed the shift in tone, less of his usual wit and more introspection. It was as if he was subtly acknowledging what everyone had begun to suspect, that life had thrown him a challenge even he couldn't simply brush off. Fashion, interestingly, has become Kelly's silent form of expression throughout this emotional storm. When she appeared on Live earlier this month in a cream-colored dress paired with minimal gold jewelry, fans and stylists alike took notice. It wasn't just an outfit, it was a message. Her soft, composed look conveyed a sense of control and calm, a visual statement that, despite everything happening behind the scenes, she was holding on. Fashion psychologists often note that white symbolizes renewal and clarity, and Kelly's choice seemed deliberate, a quiet declaration of strength, peace, and transformation. Body language experts even analyzed her recent appearances. They noted her more deliberate movements, her chin held high, her smile, smaller but sincere. They said it wasn't the face of a woman defeated, but of someone determined to stand tall for the one she loves. Still, those close to her say the emotional toll has been immense. After decades of marriage, through children, careers, and countless shared milestones, watching Mark face a health crisis has tested Kelly in ways she never expected. But what's remarkable is how she's chosen to handle it, not through public statements or pity, but through presence, resilience, and quiet grace. She's reportedly been leaning on her inner circle, her parents, close friends, and of course her children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, who are said to be by their father's side constantly. One friend shared, "Kelly's learned that strength isn't about never breaking down. It's about breaking down and standing up anyway. She cries, she worries, but she never gives up." Fans have flooded social media with love messages and encouragement, praising the couple's unwavering bond. Many say that seeing Kelly's vulnerability has made them love her even more, that her openness reminds them that even the most polished people are human too. Clips of her emotional moment on air have gone viral, with thousands of fans commenting, "You can see the love in her eyes. It's real." And perhaps that's what makes this story so touching. It's not about fame or image. It's about love, tested in its purest form. Through it all, Kelly and Mark have chosen to face things together, not apart. They've been spotted taking quiet walks near their New York home, often hand in hand, speaking softly, smiling through the uncertainty. Observers describe them as closer than ever. In one candid moment captured by photographers, Kelly leaned her head gently on Mark's shoulder as they waited for a car, a small, wordless gesture that said everything. "I'm here. I'm not going anywhere." In the world of celebrity relationships, often defined by drama and fleeting romance, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have reminded us what real love looks like. It's not glamorous, it's not perfect. It's about showing up day after day when it's hard, when it hurts, and when love means holding someone's hand through uncertainty. For Mark, the road to recovery is said to be ongoing. For Kelly, every day is a reminder of what truly matters. As one close friend beautifully put it, Kelly's learned that strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it smiles through tears. And in those moments, on live TV, in quiet hallways, and at home beside her husband, Kelly Ripa shows the world exactly what grace under pressure looks like. What do you think, viewers? Have you ever seen a love story as enduring as Kelly and Mark's? One that proves real love isn't about perfection, but about persistence. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications for more stories that touch the heart and celebrate the power of love through life's hardest moments.